Let's do this bitch in 30 minutes or less.
30 minutes or less. Let's give it a shot. All right. Hello,
You ready for
everybody.
countdown?
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to fuck it
Platt,
up
you
now.
ready? And we're ready in 5, 4,
4, 3.
3.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 24th episode of Ultimate Team Experience, a weekly podcast where we track 4 players' vastly different experiences in the Madden Ultimate Team, offering tips, insight, and advice along the way so that you can get the most out of your Ultimate Team experience. Tonight, I am joined, as always, by Mr. Swain Games. How you doing, sir?
Good, buddy. How are you?
Good, good. And Platinum Woods.
What up, what up?
What's up? So, we got a bit of a rapid fire episode tonight, so strap on your quick earphones and get ready to learn because we're going to cover a lot in a short amount of time. So, guys, the first thing I noticed, what was it, yesterday morning, was it was raining cards, and they were good cards. I don't really know anything about this program that came out. I know it's Team of the Year. It's the culmination of Team of the Week. So give everybody, including me, somebody who hasn't gone through a Team of the Year yet, give me the rundown. What did we get yesterday, and what are we going to be doing this week to interact with it?
Yeah, so the Team of the Year program, you're basically getting, I want to say, about 30 cards, Swain? About 30-ish cards.
30 on the dot.
96 overall. We got 197. So basically, each position will get a card, and it's supposed to be the best player at that position throughout the year. But with MUT, the way that it works is it's really just the best card that hasn't recently gotten a card, and they don't think we'll get a card within the next week or two. So, I mean, for the most part, it's the best players, but there is a little bit of a wiggle room. So that's what we got, 96 overalls at every position. The master card is TJ Watt, so he's a 97. There's sets and solos and training options. There's, all the usual stuff. So, but that's pretty much it.
Talking about training options, you mean like a reroll? Or you can purchase...
Yep. So there you can purchase a full card for 46,000 training, and that's a full fantasy pack. So every card that came out, except for TJ Watt, all the 96s, you get a choice out of whichever one you want.
That's not bad.
There's also a pack for 39,000. Swain, what's that? What's that other?
I think it's 39.
39,000, and on that one you get a choice of 3 cards. So you'll get your choice of an offensive player, a defensive player, or a specialist player.
So
the specialists,
go ahead.
Yeah, the specialists are like third down back, slot wide receiver, kicker, punter. I think that's it.
So that's
a sub linebacker, maybe.
Almost like that free option that you got if you had all your Team of the Week tokens.
Same thing. It's exactly the same thing. So it's a fantasy pack of 3 players. The difference being you get to pick one of those 3, but it's a random. Whichever 3 is in there is the 3 you got to pick from.
Gotcha. Swain, are these cards any good though? They got high overalls, but are they actually like the best players at their position right now?
I think most of them are. I know I got Quentin Nelson. You don't really notice linemen when they're good. You only really notice them when they're bad. Russell Wilson has been fantastic for me so far, and Jamal Adams has already broken up 2 passes that went near him. The cards are fantastic. Year in and year out, this program is absolutely fantastic. Team of the Year is, in a lot of ways, the time of the year that everyone can officially have like a good team. I was a little stunned to see the sets, and I know we brought it up last week that it's really difficult and challenging to tell people what to invest in because we had no idea what they were going to do. And the last thing I thought we would see is like a team builder type of setup where it's position specific for a lot of them, not the specialist, but the left outside linebacker and this and that and the other. it really didn't even have to be team of the week. It's just whatever. They're pretty easy to make. And the most shocking thing that I saw was the training roll of 46,000.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just mind blown by that. So it's really, really good for, I think, pretty much everyone. You can get the card you want for 46,000 training. No ifs, ands about it. You literally can get the card you want. And it's weird because if you look at the market right now, cards are all different priced. The only thing I can think of is that people are taking the lower training roll and just trying to get a random Jamal Adams or, whatever card is valuable. Last year and every other year I've known for Team of the Year, you had to get really, really lucky. And it wasn't even just lucky. You had to guess, do I get the Nat or do I get the other one? And it would really backfire on you.
Question.
Yes, sir.
On the training, well, either option, are those NATs?
One of them is, one of them. No, on the trainings,
they're
no.
both-
They're
wow.
they're
They're both
all
auctionable.
auctionable. So last year you had you could roll for one random fantasy. I don't even, was it just one random player or fantasy pack with the training roll? I know maybe it was just Nat. It was just Nat offense, Nat defense, and that was it. I could be wrong. I'd have to go back and look.
I feel like you got to pick one. Like, it wasn't a choice of 3, but you knew which one you were going to get. You were either going to get offense, defense, or special
or
teams.
specialist. And then you could take team of the week players, put them in a set, which was really expensive and really hard to get all of them. And then you would get a fantasy pack. And I mean, you could lose literally hundreds of thousands of coins on that one roll. And they got rid of all of that.
Mm-hmm.
I applaud EA for the simple fact of they have kept training relevant. I remember Tomato every week going, "Oh, I just bought 2 million coins of training. Let's get it." And he would be all excited. And then like Saturday, Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday would come around. I was like, dude, I don't know. Like, is this gonna happen? And I don't think we got a really good one for Most Feared. And I don't remember Thanksgiving being like a huge hit with training. But my goodness, when we got Blitz or Zero Chill, it was amazing to have training. And every time since, I would say around November, every time that training has dipped down, it has bounced back within a week or so later. So next time we see a big training drop, I don't know that we will for a while with Team of the Year, but every time it's like, man, I should have bought more training.
The only thing I remember about training in the Thanksgiving promo was buying Tony Romo to sell him for training over and over again.
Yeah, sadly enough. So I mean, I had a stream the other night where I was telling the channel, I said, if this team of the week set goes any different or starts to have a timer, buy as many as you can. And then the night before Team of the Year, I just got this fire under my ass. I was like, you know what? I'm going to buy as much training as I can right now for a relatively good price. I spent like $500K. And then I flipped the training and I rolled all of those 89 pluses. I kept the 89s. Actually, I kept everything. Then the next day at work, when the Team of the Year dropped, does it work on the auction on my phone? And I made just short of 2 million coins. So had I just decided, fuck it, I'm going to do 1 million to get training and roll all of them, I probably would have made 3 to 4, 5 million because people were buying those cards at an outrageous rate. I don't know if anybody or any reason that anybody would use cards to make that set outside of NATs. I haven't done a ton of research on it, but they've made it so easy. So kudos to not only EA for this set, but like everyone. The only complaints I've heard of Team of the Year, literally the only complaint I've heard is people didn't get the card they wanted. Like, Texans fans wanted Deshaun Watson, and you saw some Denver Bronco fans wanted Bowles or whatever his name is. And, you could go down the list of every position. Everyone's going to fight for who they should have got. And I think we'll see those in other programs. But yeah, I mean, Team of the Year is an absolute dub. Like there's no negativity towards it other than the positions not getting the cards they wanted. Everyone can get these cards for training or they can get them for coins. It's fantastic.
So Platt, and Swain, I'm going to ask you in a second too. What's the best thing about this promo and what's the worst thing?
The best thing, in my opinion, is the 46,000 or training pack. Being able to guarantee that you get the card that you want for a set amount is a great addition to any program, but especially this one when you have so many great cards. You know, the solo pack that we get, it's Nat. You know, I would say that the worst, I have two worst things. Okay, my first worst thing about this promo is that they did away with the Nat reroll. So last year we were able to pay 18,000 training and, you know, get a pack and gamble a little bit, but the loss wasn't really that bad. We may have lost 2K training, something like that. Not really a lot of training. So you could keep rolling it until and be prepared to lose a little bit, but gamble that, you know, hey, if I'm looking for a George Kittle, I can roll this thing 10 times. Odds are I'm going to pull him, and then I'll have a Nat, and I won't, you know, I wouldn't have spent as much as, you know, it really cost to get him. So I liked that option last year. I wish they would have had that again this year. But, you know, other than that, the cards that we get from Nat, I feel like since it's Nat, it should have been a full fantasy pack. I feel bad for people that spent, you know, those solos. I did them all last night. It took every bit of 3 to 4 hours to do them all. And to get a fantasy pack of potentially 3 cards that you can't use, that's pretty brutal. So I think that should have been a fantasy pack, a Nat one, where you could just pick any player you want.
So your
But
advice to people doing the solos would be to do them quickly. That way you can, if you don't get the cards you want or can use, you could sell it while they still have a lot of value and get a, no, because they're Nat. Are they Nat?
yeah, the solos, it's Nat. So my only advice would be do the solos first. If you're thinking about buying, you know, more than one of these
See what you
cards,
get.
yeah, do your solos, see what you get, and that might save you. Because I didn't do that. I bought 4 of the team of the year cards, and then I did my solo. Luckily, I got one of the cards that I'd already bought in the solo, so I was able to sell the one that I bought. Took a little bit of a tax hit, but nothing too bad. But that's I think it's a great promo, even without some of the Nat options, even without the full fantasy pack from the solos. I still think it's a great it's a great program because the cards are top end. You know, you have 30 cards that are among the best at their position. You can make a case for just about any of them. You know, you have sets that allow you to attain these cards, and you have training options. That's, you know, that's all you can really ask for. That's what makes it great for me.
Well, I myself, I feel like this is like a blessing from the EA gods. In what I mean by that is, I feel like they've made all these cards so attainable. Now, I'm not going to use many of them because they're not going to fit on my team. But you could potentially go out there and have a whole team of Team of the Year players, and they've made them actually really attainable. And the solos are a little long, but it's really not that. I'm not going to complain about that when we would grind for hours and hours and hours to get a freaking 85, 3 months ago. But I feel like they're giving more with this than they usually do for less. You don't have to worry about losing your ass on luck. You pay for what you want and you can get it. And in a way, I like that. In a way, it kind of takes a little bit of the fun out of it. But I also feel like this is them going, here, guys, have fun. So I'm going to ask the same question to you then, Swain. What's the best thing and the worst thing about the promo to you?
I think best thing has got to be, to echo Platt, it's got to be that 46,000. I mean, you're getting the card you want. To put it in perspective, Wes, the last 2 years that Team of the Week came out, I was actually in Disneyland, funny enough. So I remember being out of town and trying to figure out all that was going on. And I remember one morning specifically, I woke up hours before the family was awake, and I was like, I'm going to get Donald. I'm going to roll this Nat set until I get Donald. I don't even want to tell you how many fucking coins I wasted on it. I finally got him. But what did it cost? It cost everything. I mean, it was tough to get him. So to me, I think the worst thing, it's really not even that bad of a thing. I think the worst thing is the loss of having that excitement of pulling the Donald, because now you just get whoever you want. So it's I wouldn't necessarily call it a negative or a bad thing. I think it's good for everybody involved, but it was cool to get that rare pull. It was Donald was a 97. Who else was the 97? Was it Russ
Wilson?
Russ, and there were some cards in there you could make that were really good rewards. And to put it as an example, a few people put their fantasy pack out when it first dropped, but you're not going to see anybody roll that on Twitter. No one cares no one's going to ask you, hey, what'd you get for your team of the week after the first day or two? Because who cares? You just go get them. Mm-hmm. Right. It's that same thing, right? When I talk about rare cards, the allure, the excitement, the randomness, the feeling special, the other thing is you can't buy team of the week. You can buy bundles that can get cards that you can roll training with, but there's no card in the store that's like you spend $100 and you get 2 team of the year players. It just doesn't exist. So for the no money spenders, the low money spenders, the people who are new to the game, the solos take 3 or 4 hours. Honestly, if it takes 3 or 4 hours to get a card that's worth 300,000 coins, go for it. Like, what's the holdup? It sucks. Do we want solos to take 30 minutes? Of course. But if I could tell Platt, like, hey, if you want a Darren Waller, and all you have to do is spend about 4 hours, here's how you do it. If it wasn't solos, I bet he'd do it. Right? We just don't want to do the solos.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a total win program. It's quietly probably one of the best, if not the best programs we've had all year, because it is so beneficial to every single type of player. People that had a bunch of cards and they saved all their cards, no one lost on this program. People that bought a bunch of training, they're fucking happy as can be. People that saved all their cards, their team of the year, their team of the weeks, their high elites, their positional players, all that shit, they made out like bandits. Everyone's happy right now. This is a rare thing in MUT that everyone's happy. It's a total fucking win. It really is a good program.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like what you said was, as far as the worst thing not being that bad, it's like they took chance out of the equation for this one thing, and I don't think many people are going to complain about that at this point. So, all right. Well, do you all have anything else to add to the Team of the Year program?
No, I mean, I thought it was a dub. I looked forward to seeing all of the players that were announced. Sometimes that's the most fun for me. It's the night before or the day before.
Anticipation.
Like, who's coming? We know we're getting 30 top end cards. Who's it going to be? I was very excited when I saw Trent Williams got an upgrade, because that one move, I was able to free up a lot of other spots on my team. Darren Waller got an upgrade. Khalil Mack got an upgrade. Jamal Adams got an upgrade. Just fantastic cards. And I feel like no matter what kind of team you run, you probably got, at least a few cards that could really make an impact on your team. So it's a huge dub for me. I love it.
Lesson learned from a new MUT, I almost said MUT streamer, from a new MUT player. What I did all year was I spent a lot of my coins on packs, and sometimes I would hit fire on those packs, and sometimes at the end of the day, I usually lost my ass, and it made it difficult for me to get the players that I wanted. I think my cat just went crazy. It made it difficult for me to get the players that I wanted, but at the end of the day, I usually got them. But the problem was where I didn't hoard those coins, where I would go, well, I've got Honey Badger in the early game. I've got, Lamar Jackson all powered up, in the beginning of the game. I'm doing really well. I've got this 200,000 coins. Let's fucking roll it, man. Let's roll the dice. And then I don't have those 200,000 coins. Now I've got 60 and a bunch of cards I can't use and I can't sell. And I'm not the kind of guy that's going to sit there for 3 hours and get a players and roll them up the ladder a lot. I value my time more than that usually. But the biggest mistake I made is buying those packs. Not gambling. I mean, it's gambling with your coins. Just to get that, I got something good. What I realized was, even when I got something good, I couldn't use it, or I wasn't going to use it. I was just going to turn around and sell it. So keep your coins That way you don't have to sell your players to upgrade to other players. Because, you know, I got rid of Honey Badger. I got rid of Trent Williams. I got rid of several players that we're talking about now. Jamal Adams, I got rid of him, all to upgrade to other players. But I had to do that to keep the coin flow going and upgrade. I wish I had kept my coins and kept my players. That way I wouldn't have to go look to buy them again and power them up again or whatever when these new cards came out. So, like you always say, coin is king. My advice to new players next year is don't buy so many packs with coins. Keep your damn coins and buy the cards you want. So,
if somebody comes into my stream for the first time and they're new to Madden, and they'll always say like, "Oh, how did you get so many coins?" Or they say, "Hey, I'm new to Madden. You know, kind of what's the situation here?" And I always say the same thing every single time. I say, do your solos, play your solo battles, don't buy packs ever. There's literally never a time that's to say this is a good time to go buy a pack in the store with coins, with real money, anything. Packs are literally gambling. No matter how you shape it, no matter how you explain it, you break it down, they are literally gambling. Even the weekly packs, it's $5, right? It's a gambling pack. You know you're going to get disappointed 90% of the time. If you didn't spend coins on packs, you would probably be shocked at how many coins you actually have.
oh yeah.
Now, the leveling up packs, that's completely different. And if you want to spend the green points, whatever they call them, to get the quick sell coin packs, that's totally fine. But most people want to buy packs. Most people want to pull that rare card, right? I mean, look at last week you pulled an LTD. I remember every time Platts pulled an LTD, right? I could probably tell you guys who you pulled and when you pulled them, the time of the year, right? It's fun when you do that. I'm at a point where I've pulled so many LTDs that it's kind of like, sometimes I go like, it's about fucking time, right? But it's just like, oh, let's go. When it comes to, I cannot remember the guy's name. He actually modded me for a while, and then he just kind of disappeared. He was a diehard Cowboys fan, and he hated packs, like with a fucking passion. He just said, I never buy packs. And he'd always laugh watching my stream because I would always open packs nonstop. I love Get a Golds. I could spend 5 hours opening Get a Golds and never be bored. It's literally fun for me. But he has Cowboys theme team, and he would not break or bend. He would always get Cowboys and nobody else. And this fucking guy would have, 14 to 20 million coins every single year because he would never buy packs. He would do all of his solos. He'd play his solo battles. He never had anything to spend it on. So when it comes to just being a no money spender or low money spent person, you have to have not really guidance. You have to have what's the word I'm looking for?
Discipline.
Discipline. Thank you. You have to be disciplined in knowing I can't buy packs. Sherman's an LTD this week, and I gotta be smart. I gotta be sensible. I gotta be disciplined and not get the packs. But end of the day, like I always pick on Platt for it, but get at me, bro, because come rookie premiere time, Platt's gonna have more coins than I am. He's not gonna have anything to spend them on. So we'll have one really fucking fun stream where Platt rips, 4 or 5 million on appreciation packs or something.
That's what
Happens
happened
every
last
year.
year.
Yep.
I mean, I've been a lot better this year about not hoarding as much, but right now I think I've got around 3 million and I've got a 97 overall. So I'm happy with that. I mean, to piggyback off of Swain's statement, discipline is an underrated thing that you have to have in this game to be really successful. Now, if you're a casual player, who cares? You get on, you play a little bit, you want to play head to head, buy the players you want. But if you're really in this, for the long haul, you have to be disciplined, right? So that would be something that, that would be my advice to somebody is have a plan, have some kind of a plan, do your solos, the two big things that I said I was going to do and not do this year. One thing that I was going to do is if I really wanted a player, send it. Just get the guy, because Swain's right. Last year, at the end of the year, I had every card I wanted. They weren't releasing any new content. I probably had 6 million in coins. Like, what am I going to do with all this? At the end of the year, I had nothing to spend it on. So I was I was determined that that's not going to happen this year. It doesn't mean I want to have 0 coins at the end of the year, but if I'm down to 500K, a million, it's okay. If I have the players that I really want, just go get them. The second thing, and this is some great advice that anybody listening should take into next year, do not get rid of your NAT cards. Don't ever quick sell your NAT cards. Just don't do it. That training is not worth it at the time. What you need to do is keep those cards. Trust me, you never know what's coming in 2 weeks or a month. That Trent Williams, while it might not be very valuable, if you wanted the Trent Williams, that's going to save you 30K. Some of these NAT cards that they spit out are very, very, very valuable down the line. Case in point, I was able to use NATs from all the programs that have come out this year that I've just hung on to make a free Team of the Year player. So the kicker cards, all the specialist cards, I believe, at least the kicker and punter and fullback, you're able to put any cards you want in those sets. So when it says 92 to 95, it doesn't have to be a 92 kicker. It can be any card. So I just started looking at all the NATs that I had in my binder and threw them in there and was able to make them for basically free. I mean, and that just comes from playing the game and keeping those NATs. And while you might not keep them, there you go. I mean, Swain showed it now, all the NAT cards that he's got. It's save your NATs as much as you don't want them at the time. Do your solo, get your NAT. If you're not going to use it, just keep it. Because the way that they've screwed us on training this year on NATs, it's not even worth it to quick sell them. They quick sell for a quarter of their value. What are you going to do with that? You have a card that's worth, anywhere from maybe 100K, maybe 200K, some of these cards, and you're going to quick sell it for the equivalent of 30K?
I didn't realize that until recently. Like, I would get rid of those cards and sell them, and I didn't know that I was getting fucked on the training until I became more familiar with the values. And I'm looking at this 90 overall NAT card that I have no use for, and I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna get rid of this card. It's like 3,000 training. I'm like, whoa, what?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they really do kind of screw you there. I wish I had kept a lot of those too.
Just something to look for, kind of keep in mind for next year is, I made that mistake a lot last year, and I got burned on it so many times where you think a card is not really going to be valuable to you. It's like, well, this Brandon Sheriff card, like, what am I going to do with this card? I don't really need him. I don't want him. I have a right guard at the time. And then think about it that in November, right? We got that Thanksgiving Brandon Sheriff card. Well, fast forward to now. Now, think about doing these solos and they're NAT, right? So imagine getting a Brandon Sheriff out of that. And you're like, well, I already have his last card and I already have his today card. I've got a 97 overall right guard right there for basically just a little bit of training. Otherwise, you would have had to spend, I'm sure that card's 100K. I mean, because it's, it's hard to get them now and everybody wants it. So just hang on to your NATs. You never know that you might want that card later on down the road, or there might come a set where you'd be happy that you hung on to it.
Same thing for your power-ups.
Something for the new player too. If you hear this, when a program like Team of the Year comes out, where you're talking about every single position is getting a new card. One man's trash is another man's treasure. Is that the saying?
Yep.
Go look if there's a card you've wanted that you've been waiting to get because it's too expensive, or you just don't want to get it at that time for whatever the reason may be. Now's probably the time to go get it. I mean, it's funny because I really can't describe how much Platt has helped me with MUT term, especially theme building. Platt's really good at looking at a card and telling you within seconds how good it is, what the player has. And, sometimes I will just ignore him because I don't want him to ruin my party. It's like, oh, look at this card. He's got this speed. Yeah, but he doesn't have this. Well, I'm getting him anyway. Fuck you. But it's funny when we get these cards to come out because I'm like, damn. So the other day we were looking at the team and I was telling Platt, like, dude, I got to upgrade. What do I got to upgrade here? And we were looking at tight end. I think it was a week and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was less than that. Maybe a week ago.
That was like Saturday.
It was Saturday. Okay, it's Saturday. Jesus Christ. So we were like, we wanted to move from Cooley to get Finley. And I, Mr. 6 million over here, I go, oh, fuck, he's too expensive. I'm not paying for that. There was 2 reasons I didn't. I knew Team of the Year was coming, and I also knew that Big Dick Olson may get a card soon, right? Hopefully he gets a tribute card. But we wanted Finley. We knew we needed Finley. He was better. He was an upgrade, this, that, and the other. I didn't get him. Today, I just randomly decided I'm going to go look at Finley's price, see what he's at. What were we? He was 600 the other day, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe it wasn't.
Every
bit of 600. Mm-hmm. I got his LTD today, his LTD for 330. Now I'm Mr. LTD guy because this is my thought process. His Redux card was about 320 to 340. It's kind of a mild snipe, 10% or something. I got his LTD for 330. End of the day, I'm paying 80,000 coins for a 97 overall LTD card because I can sell them right now for 250,000 coins. You can't beat that. A 97, it's not better than Waller, but it's a higher overall and it's an LTD. So just keep that in mind. Guys that are new, they don't realize that kind of thing. And going backwards to, we need to have a year in review show where we talk about the new player for next year. But it's that same kind of guideline is don't go out and get Team of the Year right now. Wait a week or two. Wait 3 weeks. But right now, go get, you want a Finley? You're a Green Bay Packer fan? It's weird you're a Green Bay Packer fan, first of all. But if you want Finley, go get him right now. He's literally, his LTD can cost you 80 to 150,000 coins because of that 250,000 coin quick sell. Mm-hmm. Yes, Waller is fantastic. But do you know what it's going to cost to get Waller? Because Platt and I looked, it's a lot of fucking coins. You got to get his power up. You got to get this card. You got to get the other card. Then you got to get his Team of the Year. Then you got to use all the training. Mm-hmm. I got Finley easily. So it's just something to keep in mind for these guys when Team of the Year is out, because people come in like, oh man, I'd really love this card. Yeah, just wait. I shouldn't say argue is a terrible choice, terrible word. I had a discussion with a viewer today in chat who's convinced that the Team of the Year cards are going to contain value until Easter. Holy fuck, if they do, I will be amazed. But they're going to go to training value. Mm-hmm. Right now at 10 per, 360,000 for a Team of the Year is 10 per. They're going to drop. They're going to go to 8. They're going to go to 9 or 8 and maybe even 7. Just be patient on it.
Yeah, some of them already are.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we also had a house rules event. I guess that goes through this week, through the weekend. I'm not sure when it ends, but what can you guys tell me about that?
I will go quickly on this. I love it because there's no nonsense. You have to, if you pass, and if incomplete pass is negative a point or something like that, or they get a point, you get points for 10 yards or more plays, and I think that's it.
Passes 10 yards or more, you lose a point for incomplete passes. Actually, you give a point, so it takes it away from you and gives it to the other team. And you gain 3 points if you get a interception or a fumble.
Interceptions or fumbles. And again, these start at third quarter. I haven't lost a game yet, dude. They're super fun. I'm actually playing as soon as we get done here. They count towards your series multiplayer. So if you're not a head-to-head guy, welcome to a free gift.
I love
2 for the price of 1 trophies. You got to get on it.
Played 14 games last night and won 11, so it was great.
Oh yeah.
I'm not a big fan of the cards personally. I think we're getting to a point where, if you're a money spent guy, you definitely don't want them. If you have a decent team, Platt's not going to use either one of these cards. A no money spent, a low money spent guy, you can go into house rules and goof around. Mm-hmm. And just be patient. Use it to recognize how your offense is playing. Try some new plays out on offense, on defense, whatever. But yeah, I mean, I think you get a 94 and it could be up to a 95 depending on which team you pick. Everyone picked NFC as far as I heard. So NFC apparently seems to be the winner there. House rules fantastic though. A+ for me.
Platt, what do you think?
I haven't played it yet, but I've watched Swain and some other guys play it. I love the house rules formats. I think that, the quick 1-2 drive games are the best. The rewards are what they are as far as the cards that you get. But they do count towards Series 4. You get some trophies along the way. You get some coins along the way. It's all good. I'm can't use either of those cards, so I'm not really going to be pursuing it. If either of them were good cards on a theme team, I definitely would, but I just have no interest in them.
Gotcha.
But I enjoy watching it. It's fun. The rules are a little different, so it's fun to kind of switch things up. So I'm all for it. Love the house rules.
Awesome. All right, well, let's roll into our goals. Goals. Last week you went, well, the week before you went 10-1 in weekend league, and you had a goal last week to win 10 weekend league games. Did you get them done?
So I finished weekend league with a record of 0-0.
Undefeated.
Undefeated. I did not attempt it. I just didn't have the mental energy to dive back in last weekend. I have been playing a little bit of seasons this week, but didn't jump into weekend league. I plan on doing it again though, so we'll set another goal of 10 wins for weekend league.
Okay. And Swain, you had a goal of 5 million coins. I think that's down. So if we got team of the year, which we did, and 6 team of the year players on your team, what you got?
I'm at about 6.3 mil, 97 overall offense and defense. Pretty happy about that.
Mm-hmm.
I added 4 team of the year players.
Which 4?
I added Quentin Nelson, Russell Wilson, Jamal Adams.
And
3? I added 3.
Okay.
No,
I kind of want to get TJ Watt.
Oh, he looks like a stud.
mm-hmm.
I kind of want to just go fuck it right after this. Just go get.
Did you get Mac?
TJ Watt. Nope.
Oh, that's right. You got rid of that. Every time somebody says Jamal Adams, it's like stabs me in the freaking heart a little bit because, like I was talking about earlier, getting rid of those cards. I want that card so bad, and if I get a card, I like to freaking power them all up, and I know what it's going to take to do that again, and it pains my soul. Save your coins, people, and don't sell your cards. All right, so what about this week, Swain? What's your goals?
We're gonna go 6 million. I'm having a lot of fun ripping get a gold. I really am. I didn't play weekend league last week. I actually played seasons. I got to give myself a little pat on the back. I kind of just decided I'm going to play seasons. I'm going to be focused, and I'm going to try out some of my plays I know that work and try not to get overly frustrated. It appears to be, for me, that head-to-head seasons has less what the fuck moments compared to weekend league. I get a lot more picks. I get a lot more animations that I feel like should take place in the game.
Competition is lesser, or the game plays differently?
I think the game plays differently. I don't know. They're definitely different. I don't know the coding. They're definitely different. I'll argue with a fucking programmer at EA. They're different.
Okay.
I don't need anybody to tell me that. They're definitely different the way they play. That being said, I started going. I started winning. And Platt was watching me a few times, and I had a couple close games, but for the most part, it's like, oh, I just got a Super Bowl game, and then I played a bot in Super Bowl, confirmed. And then I was like, fuck it, you know what? I'm having fun. I'm going to keep going. I won a few more games, won another Super Bowl, and then it was like, well, I'm going to take a little break. I'm on a 19-game win streak in head-to-head seasons.
Damn.
Awesome.
I want to keep it going, but I want to cherish the moment while I'm in it. But pretty soon here on stream, maybe while sober, I'm going to go for it and see how many wins I can get and challenge myself to, I'd love to get 25, but man, it's going to be fucking tough. Weekend league goal. I think I may dabble in weekend league. If I do, I got to go 16 wins. If I play my full games, 16 wins. If I get my 10 wins and I leave, so be it. But if I play my weekend league games, 16 wins minimum. I'm playing good football right now. I really, really am. I'm confident. My team feels better. The only person I really want to add right now is TJ Watt and Jerry Rice. I don't know what's holding me back. There's no reason for me to, but I feel very confident in my gameplay right now. I feel like I could pretty much play anybody and do okay.
Gotcha. Well, as far as me, I wanted to add Alvin Kamara to the team and get him powered up and have 500,000 coins. I had over 500,000 coins 3 or 4 times this week and fucked it away one way or another several times. I got about half of that right now. I still have a lot of cards I can sell. I do have Alvin Kamara on the team. He's powered all the way up. All I need is that power up pass for level 80, and he's golden.
Nice.
So for my goals this week, and I am a 95 overall with a 96 defense and a 94 offense. And this week, I'm going to scale it down a little bit. I'm still going to hold my 500,000 coin goal, and I want to complete those Team of the Year solos and complete the house rules, get whatever the reward for that is. So kind of, I'm not going to stretch my goals something crazy this week. So that is it for me.
Now keep in mind the Kamara. Even after the 95, there's another training option after that. And I want to say it's like 14,000 training.
The worst time to make a Kamara.
After the power-up pass? Because there was
After-
two.
Now you don't have to do it, but it gives him +1s.
Yeah, why not? I mean,
Yeah,
I've got
it's a lot of training. Just
like
keep that in
after
mind.
whatever the last card of his that I put in there was 2, and one of them was like 9,000, the other one was like 7,000, and now I'm just up to whatever that whatever
The
card.
power-up.
Yeah, I'm up to that.
So after that, because he had a big, I think it was like week 17, he had like like 1 million touchdowns in a game or something. So they rewarded him with a +1 for team of the week. And that's what they do. They just give him all +1s and you pay like 14K training for it.
So that's after the power up pass?
Yeah, it's after.
What's he going to be at the end of the day?
97.
No, that's okay.
Yeah, because the power up pass is 95. So you put him in and he'll become a 96. Right? And then there's a training option after that gets him to a 97 overall.
Okay.
Or you can pick up an Eckler, check his LTD, which would be a lot easier. Or you can try out the new McKissick card, who doesn't have a power up.
I'm invested.
He's a receiving back. Or you already had. Okay. I mean, yeah. I mean, you only live Madden 21 once, so sell somebody on your team that is a backup and get Kamara. I love Kamara. I love him.
Yep. Well, speaking of loving Kamara, what you got any platinum players for us this week? I mean, there's only 30 new cards.
I do. I have 3 Team of the Years. I have personally used each of these cards, and they're all fantastic. So we're going to start off with the kicker. You know how much I love my kickers. Jason Sanders, 96 kick power, best kicker in the game. He's number 1. Number 2, Jamal Adams. This card is just outstanding. Could make a case that he was the best card that we got yesterday, and I couldn't argue against it. But my third card is my favorite card in the game right now. It's the card that I was most excited to get. Card I've been waiting for a few months to get, and that's Darren Waller. I love Darren Waller. Love my tight ends. Been waiting a while to get this card. Sold.
Don't we all?
Got Darren Waller. He's a beast. Love it. So Jason Sanders, Jamal Adams, Darren Waller. They all could be had for about 315K. You know, we have that 46,000 training pack. So just buy your training at about 6 or 7. It all evens out to a little over 300K. Now, if you buy these cards off the auction house, you're going to be paying around 400K for it. So don't do that. Buy it with training if you can.
All right, sounds good. Good players. It's funny how we all used to scramble for players in the 80s, and now they're raining 96s on us. So,
12.
Swain, you got anything you want to plug this week before we get out of here?
Just that no. I don't.
You have a stream this weekend?
I have an EA stream Friday. It'll be my last one until March.
How are you going to stay awake? That's what I want to know.
It's not that late, and I can't drink during it. So
Isn't it 10 p.m. to midnight Eastern?
yeah, that's like.
You're usually in bed right about then.
Oh, is it that late? Fuck me. I think it gets done at 8 my time. 6 to 8 my time. It's not bad. Even if it's 7 to 9 my time. I think it's 6 to 8 my time though. It's not bad.
Gotcha.
My normal stream 6 to 9, baby. Miss Swain is laughing at that. Yeah, my normal stream. I'm actually looking forward to get back to a normal schedule soon, and that's always the goal, is streaming Saturday, Sunday, and Monday nights.
Gotcha. Platt, what you got going on this week?
Nothing, man.
No special trips?
Working the rest of the week. Watching Swain, watching Gut Fox, just living vicariously through their wallets and
Hanging out with a bunch of hot dudes, watching some hot streamers.
just the hottest dudes on Twitch, just hanging out in their boxers.
Is it too early to tell people about a possible special stream in about 8 months? Too early?
No, it's not too early. I think I'm going to be heading to California later this year, so you may see me and Swain side by side in about 8 months. We'll see. We're still working out the logistics and everything, but I think it's going to work out.
Nice. All right. Well, I don't have shit going on this week, but if you guys want to find us, you can Google #MudXP. You'll find us on all the things. We're on Twitter. We're on Twitch. We're on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcast. If you listen, you like what you hear, leave us a review. It'll help us out a lot. Share it with your friends. I know you guys play with people that play or hang out with people that play Mutt. Tell them about us. They might learn something. But other than that, we will see you guys next week. We should be +1. Deke will be back then. Miss you, Deke. And we'll see you next week. Enjoy, guys. Have fun.
Peace.
Have a good week, guys.
Yay.